It's a cow. It's a cow. It's a cow. Why am I showing you a picture of a cow? Well, I don't really know. It's not that the cow is important. Really, the cow is not important. But what is important is that you learn and memorize how to write an argumentative essay. And this cow is going to help us do that. There are 6 paragraphs. 6 paragraphs? 6 paragraphs in a well-written argumentative essay. This cow is going to help us figure out and remember what those paragraphs are supposed to be about. Paragraph 1 is the cow's head. Paragraph 2 is going to be on the cow's neck. Paragraphs 3, 4, and 5 are going to be these 3 teats down here on the bottom. He said bottom. And finally, paragraph 6 is going to be the tail. Each paragraph has multiple parts. Paragraph 1 is going to be the head of the cow. The head of the cow. Go ahead and write paragraph 1 over the head of the cow. Now that you have that, I need you to memorize 3 things about paragraph 1. The first thing you need to memorize about paragraph 1, which is the head of the cow, or the head of your argument, is that there needs to be a hook. A hook? A hook! Really, it is like catching a fish. You need to hook the reader with the first sentence of your essay. In this case, it needs to be the first sentence of your first paragraph. It needs a hook. So let's draw a hook on the top of the cow's head. I know, it looks like a question mark, but it's a hook, I promise. I told you there were 3 things about paragraph 1 you need to memorize. The first one is that it needs to have a hook. The second thing is, written on the top of this cow's nose is the topic. Topic. Right on his nose. I'm sure the cow was very irritated to have a hook sticking out of his head and a topic draped across his nose, but hey, who cares? So quick review. Paragraph 1, the head of your argument, of your essay, has 3 things. Firstly, it has a hook to get the attention of the readers. Secondly, it has the topic. What is it you're talking about in your argument? And the third thing is that there is a thesis on the cow's teethus.
It's not funny.
Yes, I said a thesis on the cow's teethus. It's kind of dumb, I know, but it's the point that will help you remember, right? The argument of your essay needs to be the last thing that that reader reads so that it's fresh in their mind. Fresh in their mind. Fresh in their mind. The second paragraph of your essay is going to be the neck of the cow. Write paragraph 2 right above the neck. Now, in this crazy pretend cow sort of weird story that I'm telling you about the cow that had things on its head and such, think about this crazy idea too. The cow was wearing a t-shirt. A t-shirt, like the one I'm wearing now. Only this t-shirt wasn't around its 4 legs. It was only bunched up around the cow's neck. Picture that in your mind. This t-shirt is bunched up around the cow's neck, kind of like this. Like this. If you look closely, I know it's a stretch.
Stretch, shirt, cow's neck. It's a funny one, Mr. Patterson.
I know you have to imagine it a little bit, but this shape is kind of like the letter C. It's a C. The second paragraph of your argumentative essay is all about what's called the counter-argument. 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 Now, there are some things you need to write down for paragraph 2. Again, I told you the cow is wearing a t-shirt. A t-shirt. We're going to spell that T-E-E. Write that down. T-E-E. The T stands for topic sentence, but it's the topic sentence of paragraph 2. The topic sentence with your counter argument. The other 2 E's stand for explain why this might sound like a good idea, but...
And we'll have to talk about that later.
The other E stands for explain more. Give me more details. Details.
Details.
Let's move on to the body of our argument. Paragraphs 3, 4, and 5 are going to be these three teats. In our case, we're going to spell teat, T, E, 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 T. The first sentence of each of your body paragraphs, of paragraphs 3, 4, and 5, remember there are 6, is going to be a topic sentence. T stands for topic sentence with a transition.
With the transition, yeah.
Remember here I told you there were 4 E's. T, E, 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 T. These 4 E's stand for evidence and explain. Evidence and explain.
Let's do that again.
T, E, 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 T. Evidence, explain. Evidence, explain. The last T, that just means transition to the next paragraph.
It's the final paragraph! Yeah! Yes, yes. Yeah!
Paragraph 6 is like how you wrap everything up. The end of your essay, the end of your argument, and the end of the cow. The behind. There are 3 things I want you to remember about the last paragraph. Number 1, remember that you need to restate your thesis.
Thesis. I remember something about a thesis, but I don't remember where that came from or what that is.
You wrote it on the teeth of the cow. Remember, the cow has a thesis on his teethus. I still think that's funny. So the first thing you need to do in the last paragraph of your essay is restate the thesis. The second thing you need to do is write the 3 reasons again. When you restate these 3 reasons on this tale, you need to summarize them. Don't say them the same way. In the end, you need to do something called a call to action. It's your final statement. It's the last thing that the people reading your essay are going to remember. Really important! I'm okay. Let's do a recap. On the head of the cow, paragraph 1, there was a hook, a topic, and a thesis. You need those 3 things in your first paragraph. In the second paragraph, which was the neck of the cow, you need to remember that you're introducing your counter argument. Remember, it sort of
Kinda looks like a C.
in the body of your cow, there are 3 paragraphs. Paragraphs 3, 4, and 5. Lastly, with paragraph 6, you need to restate your thesis by summarizing it, saying all of the information, but in a different way. Use different words. Use your brain. Come up with something different, like words, but that communicates the same thing. And of course, end with some sort of final statement, some sort of question or command where you're telling your reader, hey, I want you to think about this. Because remember, you're trying to argue something. You want to win.
It's an argument!